right, good morning again. I'm Alan Jones, Mayor of the City of Winston-Salem. It's my pleasure to be here today as we celebrate the addition of a new fire station to our repertoire of facilities. It's not totally new because we're just replacing the former one here of Fire Station number 3, which was built in 1964. But as always, I want to thank the voters of the City of Winston-Salem for approving the bonds in 2018 that allowed us to build this, was it $4.7 million fire station that adds to the fire service here in this area. As you know, public safety is one of the key components of city government, and we're proud to be able to continue to add to our service levels here. I'm joined this morning by Council Member Barbara Burke, as well as Council Member Kevin Mundy, and I'd ask them to come forward and make comments now if they'd like.
Good morning, everyone. This is such an honor to be present this morning for this momentous occasion for the uncoupling of the hose for the fire station number 3 right here in the Northeast Ward. I just think that this is a privilege to have this beautiful 21st century equipped facility right here in the Northeast Ward to serve the citizens, their properties, to continue to protect them. So I want to acknowledge the firefighters, the first responders at this location and at any other location that might be present today. Let's give them a round of applause. They put their lives on the line for us. They're the first to arrive for every call, and we appreciate and we value them and the service that they provide. I also want to say to Chief Mayo, thank you for your service, your leadership. This is a beautiful facility, and like I said, it's 21st century equipped, and that's because of you. You knew what was needed, you asked for it, and you got it. One thing I want to point out about this facility, this is the second facility in the city of Winston-Salem that will have cancer reduction showers. That is critically important because many firefighters suffer from cancer, and this helps to protect them when they return from these life-threatening situations. So I applaud you, Chief, for knowing what is needed here and for making sure that we got it. Thank you again for being here, being present as we celebrate the opening and uncoupling of Fire Station number 3. As council member of the ward, I am very privileged, I'm very proud, I'm very happy to have this facility right here again to serve and protect the citizens and the properties in this community. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kevin Mundy. I'm going to keep it short since this is not my ward, but I'm going to tell you that I am a member of the Public Safety Committee, as is Council Member Burke, and we start each meeting by saying how grateful we are to have the best public safety departments in the world. We changed it from the U.S. to the world, so I'm going to extend that to our fire department and say, I never want to experience a fire myself, but if I do, I know I'm in good hands because you all do a fantastic job, and we're so glad to have this new facility for you to work from.
Thank you, council members. Let me also recognize Representative Amber Baker, who is with us today. Representative, we're glad to have you here, taking good care of us down at the General Assembly. We greatly appreciate that. Also want to recognize our city manager, Pat Pate, who is here today, with Assistant City Manager Ben Rao and Assistant City Manager Aaron King and other members of his senior staff. We're glad to have your leadership here in the city of Winston-Salem. It's now my honor to recognize Fire Chief Trey Mayo, who will tell us more about this wonderful facility. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Greetings to you, Mayor Jones. We appreciate you being here this morning. Council members Burke and Mundy and Representative Baker. Council Member Burke, probably a lot of people don't know this, but this station will stand as a legacy to your late mother-in-law and former Mayor Pro Tem Vivian Burke, who advocated for this facility's inclusion in the 2018 bond package. We appreciate that. We appreciate the City Council approving its inclusion, and as you mentioned, Mayor, we certainly appreciate the voters being willing to pay for it. There is a list of people who we need to recognize this morning, who supported completion of this project and getting it where it is today. Assistant Chief of Logistics, Darrell Sawyer. He's not able to join us this morning. He's on his way back from Ephrata, Pennsylvania, doing the final inspection on a new ladder truck that'll go down on the south side of the city. But he did play a large role in getting this facility to where it is. Battalion Chief Ricky McCutcheon also works in our logistics branch, and he's around here somewhere. The crews assigned to Fire Station 3 certainly have played a big role in working to make this firehouse become a home. And it is their home for the 30 years that they put in while they're on duty over their career. Director of Property and Facility Maintenance, I think I saw George Morale. George is back there. Thank you, George. And standing next to him is Special Projects Coordinator from the Engineering Department, Donna Beck. We always, of course, get great support from our Marketing and Communications Department. Retired Logistics Chief Harry Brown is standing back here. He was in on the design of this station in the very early phases back in 2019 and 20. We appreciate him coming back. And then, you know, she always slips off as she has a, oh, there she is right there. There she is. Miss Tabitha Childress is back there, our community relations specialist who makes sure that everybody is where they're supposed to be at the right time and has on what they're supposed to be wearing. We broke ground on this project on April 19th, 2022, and at the end of my comments, I invited everyone to come back in the late summer or early fall of 2023 for the hose uncoupling. Well, I'll tell you two things about that. One is you can't accuse me of not being optimistic, and the other is I hope this is the last project I get to blame on COVID when it's not completed on time. Regardless of all that, we have pulled it off. Fire Station 3 houses Engine 3 and Battalion 3. Engine 3 serves areas along the US 52 corridor, roughly from 14th Street north to Akron Drive, and Battalion 3 provides resource management and incident command for 33 square miles in the city's north and northeast. This new facility replaces its predecessor that was constructed, as the mayor mentioned, in 1964 and built for a fire service without females. It was built for a fire service that was still 2 decades away from transitioning to the all-hazard service that it is today, providing emergency medical services, hazardous materials response, technical rescue services, and almost countless other emergency and non-emergency services. The old station was built for a fire service that did not yet understand that firefighters, as Ms. Burke indicated, that firefighters would face risks from cancer and heart disease at rates higher than the general population because of the toxic vapors and carcinogenic products of combustion that they are exposed to, while firefighters are exposed to while carrying out their duties. To address these changes, the new facility features female-friendly bath, locker, and dormitory spaces, 2 80-foot apparatus bays that provide room for the fire department to flex in situations of high call demand driven by natural and man-made disasters, and, of course, spaces for decontamination of personnel and gear. Now, I will ask the mayor and council members who are present, staff from the city manager's office, if you'll join me up here, fire department staff, if you'll come up, and we will pick this, we're gonna pick this hose up. The mayor and I are gonna uncouple it, and then these doors are gonna come up, then Engine 3 and Battalion 3 are gonna take their places in the station, and I will ask the mayor if he has anything to close us out, but the last thing I'll have for you is after the engine and battalion unit are situated, please hang around with us, tour the facilities. Ms. Tabitha, as always, has some refreshments for us. There are some Station 3 challenge coins inside, so please pick one of those up. Mr. Mayor, do you have anything to wind us up?
That sounds good, Chief. Just when we finish and the doors come up, get out of the way.
Yep, they're gonna come from this direction.